AKAPADers, welcome to another Wildstorm Wednesday. We're talking turkeys because it's Thanksgiving Eve. You know we can't get through another Wednesday without me giving you an episode of the Great Wildstorm Wednesday. I'm your host, Peter A. DeLuca. And if you like this content, and I know some of you do, because we're growing, new subscribers, new comments, new people interacting with the channel every single day, show this video off, send it to someone, tell them to subscribe. That's all we need. Even with these videos, for every one viewer, if you got one new watcher, one new subscriber, that's how we grow. We got Jim Lee, CEO of the Wildstorm, laying a turkey with this Photoblast trading card set. And look, caveat here, I have never laid witness on any of these cards. The only thing I know about this set is what we see here. We got nothing on the back, but it's really what's on the front of the box. I'm putting this one on Jim Lee because he's listed right here as CEO. You have one job. You got to put out comics, and you're putting out trading cards, and you have to grow the business and make it a brand. You gotta climb out of that 4% market share that Wildstorm had at this time. Because a year later, these guys would be sold to DC, not Marvel. Photoblast, Jim Lee's turkey on Thanksgiving, I think is appropriate, Wildstormers. But first, before we hit that drawing table, I need some Red Bull. I need some more energy. And what we have here is the Apple Fig holiday exclusive. It's exclusive to the holidays. Red Bull. Oh my god, it is good. I love this flavor Red Bull. Alright people, let's crack this open. For the first time, I'm going to share it with you. Laying eyes on these cards. 50 card set. I'm pumped. I'm still pumped. Let's go. Let's turn that camera. Alright. We gotta hit those lights because we got Photoblast, Wildstorm Productions. I'm loving it, guys. This is what we're all about. This is what this channel is all about. Seeing things, experiencing things for the first time. And I know many of you are experiencing. And I know many of you are experiencing me, AKAPAD, for the very first time. Look, people, we not only talk about creative comic book things, we make them. We make comics here. So I got like 3 or 4 of these. I got them for a good deal on eBay. I got a small stack of these. So look, gotta keep one fresh. Gotta crack one open for the Wildstormers. Wildstorm lingerie is upcoming. But the Photoblast, people, what are we going to get with this? Give it the benefit of the doubt, but I will say the artwork on the box art, or the cards featured on the box art, it's not Wildstorm, it's not appealing. I mean, we have Spartan here, just there's a sunset, and we have Rainmaker on the farm. I never understood. So a lot of these sets don't have anything printed on the back, and I always felt like that's wasted real estate. Deep breath. Cracking it open. Since 1997, guys. Like I said, they our absolute favorite comic book publisher was 1 year out of being sold to DC Comics. Right? The sale for DC went in effect January 1999. We gotta see if they smell. They smell like 90s trading cards. Here we go. Look at that. Get that Photoblast in the box. Okay. Number 50. So maybe we should just, here we go. We'll do it like this. I do like again, like for their productivity, Wildstorm always, for one high, they have one low. It's the craziest thing. Great design backs. Like, I love the look of these cards. They're not sticking together, thank God. Here we go. Fairchild on Muscle Beach. Right there. Wildstorm. The real world is not ready. Got a free fall here. Hanging out in Atlantic City, guys. That hits close to home. We got our Rainmaker. So we're opening the set with the Gen 13. This one's great. So these backgrounds. Oh, Burnout in Las Vegas. Oh, we got a bike race. We got Pike on the bike with Grifter popping a wheelie, blasting away. Joe Quesada was a part of a very similar set, and that just didn't land. And that's a little bit my baseline. I think these cards are way better than that set already. Oh, Warblade. Warblade's just jumping off the stairway here. And, jeez, I mean, just walk down the stairs, bro. I mean, like, that's the problem with the idea for this. There you go. From the box art. We're already done with the box art, and we're 9 cards deep. We got Maul just hanging out in a, this looks like the hotel from Scarface. It's like probably Miami somewhere. I mean, it's some of these. Whoa, we have a double. We have double 11. It's just like not. It's not a appealing idea. It's not one of those ideas you wish you thought of. I mean, literally, look, like outside of who these characters are, this is just a girl standing on a Hollywood star. Like, do we know what star though? Can we see? It is someone's star on the Walk of Fame, but jeez. I want to know who that is. So far, not very impressed. I mean, I approached these with a very low expectation. Here we go, just a Wildstorm character hitchhiking. See, this is where you gotta hit like the Roger Rabbit logic, because if everything's real, shouldn't like the pickup truck or the car be real? And like, you know, like what's exactly real in this scenario? You kind of just want to say they are, geez, they're just going through stock footage, and it's like a whatever. Like, what can we do? The drawings are there, and this again, this goes so much with what I was saying earlier, just about Wildstorm's biggest asset was that they were able to produce product, and they at this point they had a non-Jim Lee house style. Their house style was less cross-hatching, very wide open, very boring. This is maybe the worst one. The winter here talking to aliens. What is like happening? I take it back. That Fiji one's the worst. Oh my god. Look, it's a Ferris wheel. We'll put some characters on it. See, like, this is some of the stuff you kind of would welcome. Like, maybe things being a little bit more risky, a little bit more rendered. No, Statue of Liberty. Of course, flying characters. Hawksmoor. So we're full into the march of authority, just taking over the entire brand of the company. Here we go. We got Backlash lassoing a guy that is 2 stories above him. It looks like he's at the Alamo. Alright, some of these maybe there is the Alamo. Oh, Majestic versus Union with some dudes hanging out, getting some hay in a pickup truck. Like, how are we just not to assume that these are the absolute most basic stock photos, and there's no thought or narrative behind. Savant is like maybe the worst Wildstorm character. Down to the final 10. We have what are we doing here? Despot on a like Kentucky farm, talking to Grandpa and his dog. I cannot get behind this set at all. We got Max Faraday here, and a Civil War cannon. There you go. We got Phantom Guard. See, like, some of this works. See, like, this sort of works. This is very much what the Joe Q ones, the artwork wasn't there, but I think that one had more ideas over the use of the photographs. This one, artwork is actually very nice, very decent, but the photographs don't work. But this is what we're talking about. Like, we only got like a handful of ones that actually work. People, this is Jim Lee's Turkey Wildstorm Photoblast. The real world is not ready. No one was ready for this set. People, so let me just just wrap some of this up. When I sat down to shoot this video, I never laid eyes on those trading cards, and I didn't Google them. I didn't look them up. I wanted it to be surprised. And look, we're going to get that with this set. I know maybe like only a few cards. I've only seen a few of them. Still a large mystery. But I like documenting these initial reactions, because I believe back in the day, back when these came out, again, we're a year out of our DC Wildstorm sale, that someone in the comic shop somewhere, they bought this, they purchased this, they spent money on this. And it's Jim Lee's responsibility, because it does fall on him as CEO, as Commander-in-Chief, as salute to you guy, as a guy at the desk. It's up to you to put product out there, inside the ether, inside the membrane of culture, and to nail it. And if you don't nail it, you have to get pretty effing close, but you always shoot for perfection. And Wildstorm, as productive as they were, you can see what the vision was. To fill the trading card rack, to fill the comic book stands with as much content as possible, and that is where you would get your market share. You got your market share through productivity and a diversified product line. We see this in VHS stores, we see it on magazine stands, and we see it within the comic shop. And Wildstorm's idea was to take over two fronts of, at that point, the American comic shop. Trading cards, they had the strategic card game too. So they were hitting trading cards on two fronts, comics. And it's interesting. Wildstorm, it's always like a roller coaster. Sometimes I'm so impressed. I'm so enamored by what some of the vision was for what they were trying to do. And it's so much of it seemed to work. They were amazingly successful in cranking out product. But because of that mindset, they cracked, they broke, and the product itself suffered. The product, at the end of the day, wasn't as good as it ever should have been. It's tough, man. It's a tough business. It's a creatively driven business. You can bring in the bean counters to keep things on schedule, but you have to have vision, you have to have insight, you have to have a level of original gusto to kind of bust through that wall and give anyone that would have saw this at a point of checkout at a comic book shop, and if they lay down their $15-20 along with their weekly stack of comics and purchase this, that they should have been wowed, they should have been flipped out, they should have been wildstormed, but they weren't. So everyone, thanks for hanging out. AKAPAD here for another Wildstorm Wednesday. Let's go.